I want you to ask women these 3 questions, and they're going to be not only impressed by you, but they're going to be turned on by you. Are you ready for this? If you're ready, then hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'm Arica Angelo. I'm coming to you from Bali, Indonesia, my home away from home. You can see my friend's beautiful villa in the background. Let's get started. First question I want you to ask a woman is this: what does passion look like to you? Write it down, type it in your phone, type it in your laptop. What does passion look like to you? So saying what does passion mean to you, this is a very head question. We want to get women out of their heads and into their bodies. Say it with me. We want to get women out of their heads and into their bodies. That's the only way that you're going to have real connection with a woman. When you're having heady conversations with her, it makes your life really difficult. It makes her life really difficult. Why? Because it's not real. It's not natural. But when a woman's in her body, like, she can feel your questions, she gets turned on by your questions, that is what's going to create some real chemistry and some real connection. And if you're that guy who really wants like a girlfriend, or you want your wife to be a better lover, then it's these questions that when she can feel it in her vajayjay, when the nipples start getting hard, just the thought of these questions, all of those things, you know you're having an impact. When she starts getting flushed, when she starts getting goosebumps, when she starts sweating, when her hands get sweaty, you know you're hitting a button so that you can get to the real button. If you get it, you get it. And the comment section say button, type button, and then we know what button I'm talking about. What that means is you are creating an open window for her to talk about her desires. Now, some women might play it safe and you have to outsmart them, and they'll be like, oh, you mean like passion in life? I'm really passionate about like achieving my goals. No. What does passion feel to you? Like, what is it like? What does it look like to you, passion? And then that's going to make her a little uncomfortable. That's okay. You need to be okay with making women a little bit uncomfortable. They're not going to die. They're not going to melt. They're going to be fine. When you make a woman feel uncomfortable in a respectful way, that also is like a card of like you're in control. You're kind of like the boss. It's like a boss sort of move. So what does passion look like to you? And if she starts playing dumb, this is what you want to say. This is the next question you want to ask her. All right, let me put a hypothetical. Whenever you create scenarios, write this down. Whenever you create scenarios for a person, it makes it easier to answer the question. We do really well with stories. We learn from stories. So when you create a hypothetical story for her, it's easier for her to engage with you. So create a hypothetical story and be like, so what does passion look like to you? Say you've been at work all day and you've had a shitty day. And then your boyfriend or your husband comes in. What can he do that makes you feel or think, wow, he's the most passionate man? What could he do for you in that moment? Now she's in her head, and this is where she just starts laying out all the cards of how she experiences passion. She might say, well, first he pours me a glass of wine. Check, keep bottles of wine in my place. And then maybe he starts playing with my hair. Okay, she likes her hair. Maybe he starts kissing on my neck. Maybe he listens to me, but then he starts massaging my feet, and then he works his way up my legs, and then he just continues to go for all of it. Let her play it out for you. And right there, she's just told you everything that she wants when it comes to being passionate with her. Now, if you're that guy, you're like, Arica, this is really ballsy. Do you have a safer move? Because I don't know if I'm too comfortable doing that. Then you want to get my free download. You can download it right away. It's the 20 best sexual questions to ask women. Trust me, men are loving this. And this is a great way to ask women questions to really bring out their real feminine side, not just this analytical of like, these are my goals and this is what I want to accomplish. No. She brings her femininity. She brings that feminine sexuality to the conversation. So ask her those questions. You can get it in the comment section. You can get it in the description. So yeah, asking her, what does passion look like to you? Creating that scenario for her. Here's another question that you can ask a woman, and this is not necessarily so sexual, but asking this question will get you to the more sexual stuff, which is, How do you know when your partner loves you? No other guy's asking this question because most men think this is a gay question to ask. It's too gay to ask a woman this, but that's where you're getting it wrong. Asking her, how do you know that your partner really loves you? This shows her that you're actually interested in connecting with her, maybe potentially even getting into a loving relationship, that she's not just a one-done person, that she's not someone that you don't really care about or you're not really interested in. This shows that you have intent on getting to know her more. This shows her that you actually care. So by asking her, like, how do you know when your partner really loves you? She's going to tell you right there all the ways that she wants to be cared for, how she wants to be pursued, how she wants to be, received, all of these things, how she wants you to make an impact and how she'll make an impact. She's going to lay it all out when you ask her this question. Listen, when you start asking like next level questions, when you stop asking questions that every other guy's asking, the boring, safe questions, when you go past the safe questions and you start asking things like this really turns us on. Why? Because it shows us that you're not like other guys. You're not wasting our time. You're intuitive. You have depth. You're sexy. You got a pair of balls that you can ask these bold questions and not think of yourself as gay. But you're like, no. I want to get to know this girl and I want to know what's really going on with her. So I'm going to ask some real questions so that I can facilitate real connection. And when you have real connection, that's when you have better sex. I am just saying. Maybe you're playing it safe and that's like the field that you're used to playing in. But darling, it's time. This is the year to change things. I want you to say that out loud. This is my year, 2025. It's when this is airing. If this comes out many years later, then say the year. This is my year for change. I've got to do things differently. If I want different results, I've got to do things differently. I know that these questions are a bit different, but the only way that you're going to really start connecting with women is when you're willing to take some serious risk, put your heart out there, put your balls out there, be afraid to look stupid a little bit and let her see that you are the real deal. Like, even if you feel dumb when asking her these questions, doesn't matter. It shows her that you're sincere and that you really want to connect with her. And sincerity is almost becoming a lost art. And that's what we're really craving. We say we're craving for connection. How do we get to the connection? We get to real connection through sincerity. And that's what women want. They want men who are sincere, not men who are playing games, not guys who are just hiding behind their egos and playing it safe. It's boring, man. We're over it. We've had enough of it. We've had a buffet of boringness. We're over it. We need some sincerity to really be attracted to you. So start being sincere and watch how women show up for you. I love you so much. Here's a whole list of videos for you to watch. Watch them. Let them support you. Let them guide you. I'll see you in my next video. Bonsoir from Bali, Indonesia.